I went like this. I'm not putting that on camera.
It's not. It's not. I'm just making sure the video's up.
This whole fucking thing is outrageous. You might as well put everyone fucking. Let's all three of us do it. Yeah. Let's all three of us do it. Yeah. You should get all three of us doing it on camera right now. I don't fucking care.
Line up, bitches. Come on.
Line up.
Go ahead, Tim. Do it. Do it.
Let's go for New Year's. That's time for New Year's. Oh, that's what I did. That's what I did. We were doing it to rap music, and I was like.
No, dude, yo, it's like this. It's like this. It's like. Oh, grab your balls while you're doing it. That's all.
Brandon, you gotta do it now too, because you got them all rowdied up.
Alright.
Hey, Nick Cage is here! Woo! He did that in the middle of Express. In the middle of Express. Some girl with the headphone on was like, wow, what?
Yo, I imagine, could you
imagine? You've seen Face Off too many times.
Last night. You should have stopped by Borders and done that shit. She would have heard her.
She's working.
Her and a little midget.
Oh
so
my
she was working
god.
With wait. Oh god.
He did that too. We all did that. I was in the middle of parking. I was in the middle of the parking lot. I was going, and the parking lot was packed.
Oh Christ!
I shouldn't have went. Hey, you ever seen Cowboy without a horse?
Yo, I don't fucking know these people. All right, that's all I got.
All right, Brandon, get out here so we can begin the interview.
You're recording now, aren't you?
I've been recording. I don't know what the fuck you've been talking about.
Oh! That's what I fucking. Fuck!
Oh, much better.
Okay, Brandon, sit right between those two.
Fuck over here.
I'm not gay.
Oh, hey!
You're not gay if you sit between two guys. You're gay if you start jerking them off.
Okay. Alright, so who's gonna go first?
I don't know.
I mean, we got
oh,
Tim, Mortar.
You want to
breaking up
You want to tap helmets?
Alright. The trombone and the Cincinnati.
Alright, you know what? How about this? Let's do the rookies first. How about that?
I'm a rookie
Doesn't matter.
now.
Well,
it's your first.
I mean,
year
hey.
of wrestling.
Well,
second, maybe second.
Do the newbie last, all right? Please spare me this. Just spare me.
Alright, Chris, you want to go first since you have a list?
Yeah, Kaiser Ball, get your ass
What
out
list?
of here.
What list are you talking about? I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Your shit list?
Shit list, yeah. I got a shit list that's gonna be on your face.
Fuck you.
Now, I
about to take a
think the
piss.
best way you can start this shit off is just say, like, look, people who do not understand backyard wrestling, they think it's just a whole bunch of people to get together and just fuck shit up and fuck themselves up. In order to do this shit, you gotta love what we do. Am I right? You paying attention?
What the fuck you looking at me?
He's asking you a question.
Yeah,
You gotta love what you do to do this shit.
absolutely.
Some of the people that
I don't.
You don't? That's because you fucking spot monkey like Danny Havoc.
Thank you.
But then again, you know, I mean, you start off in backyard wrestling, who knows where you go. You might stay in backyard. You might be like Darrell Joel, Jose, and even John and Ben, you know, you might end up deciding to go pro. People like me, I'm fine in the backyard. And that's good enough for me. I don't know who I can talk for. I've heard people say that they want to move on, people want to stay in the backyard and just love to do this. I mean, since when do you get to bust somebody over the head with a chair and then have a beer with them later on that night?
Fucking A.
You know?
What?
I want you to say something.
What am I supposed to say? I agree with him, okay?
That's what I want to hear.
Amen. A fucking men, Reverend. You're Reverend, right?
No.
That's Marcel.
That's
He's a
Mr.
priest.
Marcel.
No.
I'm a priest. I
That
should
shit's
kick you.
in.
Hide your
that-
wallet.
that
You better
shit's
No,
in
you're the
man's
one that
mouth.
watches those nasty videos.
No, the horse. No, the horse. No, the horse.
All right, so who got Marcel to watch Two Girls, One Cup?
Alright. Back on topic. Come on.
Yeah, let's get back on topic here.
You know, honestly, seriously though, I've been doing this off and on for like the past 5 years, roughly speaking. This is probably like the first time when I did DBW that I walked into something that was organized, structured. I mean, it didn't have that when I did this. I mean, it would be just like a couple get-togethers here and there, buddies on some random weekends, and we just beat the shit out of each other just for the hell of it. This, we pretty much had it from top to bottom, bottom to top, pretty much a whole card set, planning, actual match types, you know, whole choreography, basically shit you'd see in actual professional wrestling, but it's in a backyard. We're not sanctioned by any fucking athletic commission. We're just a bunch of guys getting together every Saturday, having a fucking blast. And like I said, like he said, excuse me, Where are you going to go every Saturday, whoop somebody's ass, and have a beer with them afterwards? Nowhere.
It's like the old school fighting.
Fucking A.
And also, I mean, where are you going to go? My dad does not like wrestling. We took him to Survivor Series last year where The Undertaker fought Kennedy, you remember, in their first blood match. He said this thing was all scripted, everything's all fucking scripted, it's all fake.
Bet you had a different opinion.
Yet
didn't
I saw, it's not even that. He got so upset because how The Undertaker lost the match that I was like, I thought you said it was fake. If it's so fake, how can it elicit a real reaction out of you? Anybody?
If it's so fake, how can it just take a random guy who's never even been to a show before and he's already into it?
Exactly. If he's so into it that he's yelling at me, say that's bullshit. Shouldn't have happened that way. I mean,
Exactly.
that's what wrestling is all about, right
I
there.
guarantee you right now, if you took any random schmuck, took him, they've never even seen a show at all, ever. I mean, any kind of show. You took him to any random show with a stack card like a Survivor Series or something like that. There is a guarantee. That's just 100% guaranteed. He's going to be on the edge of his seat.
I mean,
that's just what it is.
How long has wrestling been exposed as choreographed and fake? It's been exposed like that for a while.
Yeah.
And still people are into it. Still people are getting real reactions out of it that you would never expect. You have been quiet. Why don't you fucking say something?
I'm waiting my chance.
Go ahead. What are you looking? Look at the fucking camera. Look at somewhere else. Don't look
Let
at
me talk first. Come on. I've been wrestling since 2000. And I got my first chance in 2002 with PWA. I wasn't wrestling, I was a ref. If you know Zach Hebner, that was my alias, so to speak. Then, a couple years later, I decided to join the ring. And
Now, when you were reffing, you weren't tying up your ref shirt like you were in DVW.
Oh,
That
no.
kind of bag, were you?
No, hell no, no.
Okay,
That,
right.
no, no,
I just
no.
want to make sure that you.
That
had
that was his sick brother.
No,
Your sick
that
brother?
was that was
That
probably
was
one
a
of
sick
the
brother,
funniest-
Ben
That's
Hebner.
probably one of the
You had-
funniest things I've seen this year.
Ben Hebner-
Magnus
no.
just going
Killed
crazy on the gay referee. Killed a gay referee.
The crippled gay
No, Magnus
referee.
didn't kill the gay
All right,
referee.
I just want to make sure
He's
that you
still
had some
alive?
sort of
Exactly,
sanity. That was just.
It's choreographed.
Wow.
It's becoming a different character.
Yeah, you're saying that.
Gimmicks.
Can I finish?
Oh yes, please go ahead.
And one of my highlights of my career was wearing a chair.
Oh.
Kind of like a hat.
Yeah, kind of like that by Dirty Joe, and that ever since then I was famous for that.
What was that called again?
Chair hat.
Yeah,
Battery.
there you go. And ever since then I tried to
Brain damage.
forget it, but you know, you look at the new Hardcore Legend DVW, so
Go on, man. Keep going.
anyway, I've been wrestling on and off. I first wrestled on a trampoline, but no BB shots in the ass next time. Not by me. Not by me. I
No,
didn't
that
get
was
shot in the ass,
funny.
but shot in the back.
Evan remembers that because I had him and Josh sitting out on a trampoline in my dad's house in the backyard. And I was
What,
sniping them.
Josh?
Yeah, I was sniping them off.
Josh.
I was sniping them off with a BB gun. They're all like, "Ah, what the hell was that?" I got Josh a second time, and it's like,
Oh wait,
"Oh, we're gonna go."
wait.
No, it was too small. The BB was only
Oh!
about
Well,
small.
don't,
Boom!
oh, don't tell Josh that. You know,
No.
He'll take anything. You get him?
Anal pleasure. No, but seriously, man.
Fucking fairy that's bad.
Like,
how you doing, Josh? Good job, buddy.
the pain that you take in this type of thing. His first quote unquote match, he went on top of the shit and just jumped right off.
Who's that?
Mutter.
Oh, yeah.
When he went up against me, he said, "You know, fuck it. I'm just gonna go up to this chair." He took a choke slam. I have yet to see a choke slam well this year. You got height on that. You were up to my head when I got you up in the air.
There's always second
What can I
season.
say, man? I'm
And
a motherfucker.
you know, you took the pain well. But seriously, my first match, I went up against Rage.
Yeah, Rage.
A hardcore match.
Never mind.
And yeah, name drop. And
Nice name drop there.
let's see. I
think it was pretty bad.
I remember wearing a trash can, taking a drop kick. I remember taking one hell of a suplex that I had no idea how to take. I mean, I sucked when I came in.
Sounds like you had fun.
I sucked. And the best part was taking a choke slam through a piece of wood, but I didn't hit the wood that much. I went on top of the chair. He remembers that.
I was there. I was referencing.
I took that and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get up. And
But you still got up and finished the match.
yes, still did all that. I mean, it was.
Your back still in
it was
place?
rough. Oh, I'm paying for it now, but.
I bet you
The
are.
emperor,
man.
so-
the emperor was a pussy back then, but he
But
changed.
oh yeah, I was. We're not even gonna get started.
It's okay.
Oh, my
So he was
back.
actually.
It's okay.
So he wasn't the
my
emperor
arm.
back then. He was the queen, right?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
still called the emperor back then, but I didn't.
No,
know
wait. No. It's the blue emperor back then.
Yeah,
It's the
so
blue
like it's
emperor.
gonna go mountain.
So the
climbing.
emperor came out to the ring doing.
Yes, in blue hair.
Yeah.
In blue hair, yeah.
Who the fuck threw that? No,
The
but
bloody queen did.
when I started, man, I couldn't sell a punch. I couldn't throw a punch. I didn't know how to take bumps or anything. But I had people like Marcel, like Darrell, and even Joel. They took their time to help me. They took their time to show me. We spent some time in Joel's backyard just working on taking choke slams, working on doing choke slams and punches, and it worked. You know.
Well, I remember my first match here in DVW. I basically was like running on adrenaline. Like it was like an adrenaline rush, just not on drugs. I wasn't even selling anything. It was just like I was out of my friggin' mind. Like the moment I walked through the damn curtain down to the ring and faced him, and
It does that to you.
It does that to you. It was like the first time. It was like you was kind of like getting your jitters out and everything like that. And
I went fucking crazy when I first fought Rage.
Yeah. So I mean, afterwards, I mean, they pretty much took me aside and kind of like went down gave me the down low on how to sell and stuff like that. It's pretty much been a better. Okay, I pretty much became better out of it, but I mean, I noticed that with just about every other new guy that walked in here, they kind of a couple times, fucked up here and there, but but everyone here has been great. I mean, they basically took the time out, helped them out through it, and then they've been better before it. So I mean,
that's naturally how it's going to be when you're not trained and everything. I mean, as far as character wise, my God, anybody remember the Frenchman?
Did we kill him?
the French.
No, he's still alive
Oh,
somewhere.
so he got the footage of French.
Let's hear about the French.
I think of a real out there guy who kind of acts gay, but you don't know if he's gay.
Him,
Kinda like
him,
Josh
him,
said he says
him
that
and
he's
Lucky
gay.
Pierre had a nice book buddy time.
No.
So-
Well, it was okay. Frenchman was definitely the most colorful character I played. I haven't played a couple of owners. I did Kaiser, of course, Chris Kaiser role, and maybe you would be the only person to remember that some guy named Kronos might have came out twice with him, and that was about it. Yeah, but my main character has always been the Emperor, and I love getting into that. Because in what, other than fucking acting and like shit like soap operas and stuff like that, when do you get to become somebody else?
When you're a kid,
When you die and come back.
you got your imagination.
Chop him. Just chop
You
him.
basically you get to like reenact like your
Thanks for
favorite
putting in the
villains
bad
and
joke back, F.
shit. Outstanding.
That joke went in the bad joke back. So never be seen again.
Every time you get to do it, like I said, like when you're like a goddamn kid,
Yeah,
you get
when
to,
like you're a kid, it's like you're
reenact your heroes and shit like that.
Yeah, but we're doing the same thing that kids do, only we're beating the hell out of each other and enjoying it.
Fucking A.
You know, we all become somebody different.
It all
And
pays dividends because you get to drink afterwards.
oh yeah, drinking's fun anyway. Drinking's fun no
Oh, I don't
matter
need
when
excuse.
you do
I'll
it.
just drink anyway.
So
If you're not underage.
you still drink when you're
Fuck
underage.
that. I've been drinking since I was 12. You think it's
When did we start drinking, F?
I don't fucking remember.
And he's not
I had
even
to wait about
21
12, right? Maybe earlier.
I remember I was.
I had
still
my
drinking-
I had my first beer when I was 7. I actually had my first. I started drinking like full time when I was 12.
Funny story. I will never drink Sambuca in my life because I was traumatized as an 8-year-old kid. My dad and his friends were fucking drinking. They were getting hammered and shit. And I see this bottle that's sitting on a table. 8-year-old kid. I'm like, what's this? I grab it. I start chugging it.
Oh,
Tastes like licorice, mommy.
I fucking let out a scream, and I will never drink it again.
I bet you did. Holy shit.
It was also fun getting a dog drunk too. That was fun. You just put beer in a bowl, and the dog comes and drinks it.
Dude, my cousin would put a fucking bottle of, like a whole 6-pack of Budweiser into his dog's dish. She'd drink it. She'd wolf that shit up, man.
Exactly.
Fucking first time I had Jack
Can we
Daniels,
get
oh,
on
good.
knock on topic, please?
Not getting off topic.
Yes,
we're
you
just
just talk about 8-year-old kids and drinking
We're
with a
talking
dog.
about-
We're talking
getting
about
a dog
alcohol.
drunk.
Alcohol, man.
Yes.
alcohol.
You can always
deserves-
talk about alcohol, even on a fucking wrestling DVD.
Alcohol deserves airtime.
Thank you.
Alcohol.
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
The emperor.
Thank you.
yeah, we're not gonna have any Dr. Pepper
Water's
commercials.
mistress,
We're
man,
having
that's
some
what it is.
alcohol
We're having
commercials.
alcohol commercial.
Yeah, Water's mistress is alcohol, okay?
So does Holly.
Oh.
Okay.
Hi, honey.
Oh,
Now it's your turn.
that was a low
Come to the
blow.
dark side, baby.
We've been talking about a lot.
Yeah,
so
go ahead, speak.
No girls.
This past year at DVW has been interesting for me.
Yes, excellent.
I actually was the first person ever in backyard wrestling, well, DVW Peter Ray, to take a light tube shot in the back
That's fun.
by this faggot right here.
This PJ had to fuck up the
Mm,
camera.
anyway.
Well,
And
thankfully, you chose him for it.
yeah, thank you.
He didn't sell that either.
Now
That's
we
all
did.
right.
Now we did.
He owns the camera. He doesn't.
Can we talk about up on the web?
Probably
I
not.
think that is
Anyway,
up on the red.
alright,
Topic.
let battery talk, please.
You're not in character.
Oh no.
So that's called behind the scenes. You
Behind the
fucking
scenes?
moron!
You know what?
The fuck did I get myself into here? Come on!
Timothy, stop it.
Brandon.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay.
Asshole and Brandon.
He's
Come
gonna
on.
run out of. He's gonna run out of things by
Anyway.
the time you're done.
Pick a little
So this
screwdriver.
past year has been rough for me, but you know, it's becoming a hardcore legend. It's easy enough, and I'm gonna be hopefully stepping the ladder up this season.
Definitely.
Taking your title away
Okay.
from you.
Yeah,
first
bullshit.
chance I
Gotta hold
get.
my cock first, but
You don't have a cock, remember you got a pussy. You shit.
touche.
Yeah, too,
At least it wasn't a bad joke.
yeah, shut the fuck up.
Did
And then I will be.
Why don't you
after
tell him all the shit that our stepdad's been giving us?
that. Well, you know,
That's
he's-
what it's about.
Yeah.
This
That's
is-
what this is about.
This is behind the scenes. You might as well air all the dirty laundry out now.
He's a prick. Just
We already
to,
said that.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it, but
He's
no.
been giving like
And he's not
He's a
looking-
cocksucker. I understand.
He is.
Who's talking here? Him or you guys?
He is a. He doesn't want any wrestling going on here, but I, like Ben said like a while back, I don't give a shit what he says.
Thank
I'll
you.
still do it. That's always fun. You know, fight with him. I haven't fought you yet.
I know, right? We
Fighting
will.
with the guy
We
over
will.
there holding the
Don't worry, we
camera.
will.
Oh, I haven't fought in a while.
He's gotten a lot of shit. I've gotten some of it, but he's gotten the most of it. You know, they're afraid of somebody getting hurt. We wouldn't do this if we were going to seriously get hurt.
You have a-
See, the problem I have with this whole thing is what they still fail to this day to understand is we know how to protect each
And
other.
we know
We
what
know
we're
how to
doing.
take care of each other. And I'll reiterate
We
what Ben
don't-
said.
Yeah,
If he's got a problem with what he does, come try and stop us.
we don't do this stuff like we don't know what we're doing.
Thank you.
It's make
It's an
a
insult
point
to
real
my
quick.
intelligence.
You know, it's funny because you can get a serious injury, most likely playing football, than you can doing back at wrestling.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Amen to
Because
that.
in EBW, we went to go wrestle and we ended up playing football instead. A lot of guys out there fucking messed up their arms, twisted their ankle, fucking flipped and landed on their head.
You're getting tackled awkwardly just about every play for Christ's
Exactly.
sakes.
And this is just football.
You got a better
And they-
shot of blowing out your knee in a football game than you do in a wrestling match.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Thank
And people want to say, "Oh, you can kill yourself doing wrestling." No, you can
You
kill
can
yourself.
playing
yourself
football.
doing anything.
Look at the Bills tight end. He's lucky to be walking right
Well,
now.
wait a minute. I gotta stop you right there. You can actually kind of kill yourself doing wrestling.
You can kill yourself doing
You can
anything.
kill yourself doing wrestling,
But-
football, hockey, you name it. You can
I'm
pretty much.
trying
do
to-
it.
You're always putting yourself on the line, regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
of course.
Trying
We
to-
understand that, but
I'm trying not to name drop there, but
Just name drop. It's a documentary.
Chris Benoit died from brain damage.
Yes, he did.
years of abuse in a ring.
Years of abuse in the ring and potential steroid overdose.
We're not going to sit here and actually say he did it because there's no proof he did it. That's
And
what.
nobody here
But
does
don't tell that
steroids,
to the
that's
media.
good.
God
That's
forbid.
good. Nobody does steroids. You use steroids? You
No.
probably have a small penis, but that's probably just degenerate.
Don't you even point that finger at me. Do I look like I took steroids?
No.
You don't look like you took steroids.
Anyway,
Did you take steroids?
before there's
Doing
any,
muscle.
before there's any more bad jokes, you want to say something?
Yeah, the point is, I don't even fucking wrestle. I was interested, but the thing is, you gotta do what you're most passionate about.
Exactly.
That's
what it's
the
all
fucking
about.
point right there. You know, you're risking life and limb, but hey, in the end,
You're doing what you love.
yeah, there you go.
Now, before Brandon makes any more bad jokes,
What?
God forbid.
I'm going to put this out here right now.
Go put it up.
I seriously do not have whether from the back, from the past,
In the back.
or now. Everything's out in the open. That's why
Got somebody in the back?
there's a lot of people that have said over the past couple of years that they made PWA. It wasn't made by one person,
It was made by
by anybody. It was made. You know where it started from? 1998, Pennsauken High School basement. There's a little stairwell right where you go out to go get your bus. I don't know how many people graduated from Pennsauken High.
I've been in the halls.
I
But you
did.
probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
There's two stairs going
Yes.
down.
Yeah, I know
It's enclosed by reinforced glass and some back doors right back
Yeah.
there. I would say about 20 guys for about a solid week or two would meet up in that place and just fuck each other up.
It's like a fight club.
Not too much to cause real damage because it was just bare ground. We'd take marble notebooks and smash each other on the head. And you know what? I know some of those people. Some of the people like Urel, some of you guys would know as Eraser from the first PWA. Vex, a.k.a. Josh, was down there.
Yep.
Darrell, Rage,
Marcel, maybe.
Marcel was down there too. I remember that. And I think this is where a lot of the younger guys like Joel were actually in high school. That's where it started. I mean, it lasted until somebody threw Darrell through the plate glass. I have never seen that many people run in my life. One of my friends, Brian, and I hope he watches this because he probably remembers. He was AKA Silence Chris Phoenix.
Chris Phoenix in the beginning.
Darrell got thrown through the glass. I turned around. He's halfway up the steps. No lie. He took off like there was no tomorrow. That's where it started. We didn't continue that after the glass was because the fucking teachers and everything were hounding us. Then came the WrestleMania party. I don't remember what WrestleMania party it was, but it was at Josh's house. And we decided to do some of the... It wasn't backyard wrestling, it was front yard wrestling. We wrestled in the front yard of his house. Darrell was there again.
I was there.
Marcus was there. I don't remember if he actually wrestled, but there was a guy named Marcus there. He was a hardcore wrestling fan. And we had some of the other guys there. That was fun. I wasn't actually wrestling. I was just doing the ref because my girlfriend at the time was like, "I don't want you getting hurt." Okay, whatever. So I just decided I was just gonna ref this whole thing out. Then then the PWA came. That was 2002. Right when I was out of high school. I was talking with John, and I don't know how many people know how I got into it. But, John and I were talking, we were throwing ideas back and forth. It's like, yeah, I want to use this music when I come in. I would love to do this stuff. And
Pretty much
it's
John,
like...
Pretty much John got you.
John got me into it. I was recommended. I think I talked to Joel about it. But I was definitely interested. I was like, man, I'm really down for doing this. I want to hang... And that's how I started in PWA. And my first show, I was immediately thrown into the main feud at the time, which was the whole Rage and Magnus versus what we call the Fallen Angels. Mm-hmm. One of the very first stables right after D Block, the first D Block. Second show was my first match against Rage, and I'm telling you, when a rookie comes in there against somebody like Rage, you learn a lot. You learn how to take a lot, whether you're ready or not. I remember all the bumps I took in that, and like I said before, man, I was horrible when I started, but practice and it gets you better. I know I'm not the only one talking.
No.
Tim?
Mesmerized by Brandon's cut arm.
How the hell did you cut your arm?
Just took a light tube.
What do you? No, it's not
Did
that.
you take a light tube already?
Yeah.
You're not even wrestling. You're like,
oh,
I missed the pain.
Yeah,
Well,
while
yeah,
you were
yeah,
getting camera, while we were getting camera time, Evan snuck up out of nowhere and took a little mini shark little ass and just ton him right across the
No.
There you go.
What happened last week?
And this guy doesn't want to wrestle.
happened-
Bullshit.
Oh yeah, well you went over Sam's car.
Sam has a SUV, and I decided to Dukes of Hazzard and flip over it. I landed wrong, and I.
Did you hurt your Daisy Dukes?
No, fucked
Let's get a close up on that cut.
It's hardcore.
Oh,
That's hardcore, baby. Ah.
Pour some salt into it.
Alright, I'll put this on.
Look at you crazy fuck.
Oh man.
after getting sure hat.
But yeah, I don't want to hog all the camera time. We can have
Got 8 minutes left.
8 minutes left. Wow.
Yeah. At this point, I mean,
What? He's actually got salt in his hand.
all right, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, here's a close up. Battery is gonna hurt himself. He's gonna pour salt.
You know
on
what?
him.
Next season, salt would be actually good for.
Wait, let's get a close up on the salt so the viewers know that's salt, not cocaine. Good pussy.
It's not that bad.
It's got to be in an open cut though.
Oh, that's open.
Gotta make
Chump
it
shit.
No, where
Nice
That's
open
chump
cut.
shit.
Yeah, let's see.
Anyway, if we're done making
Alright.
the masochistic stuff, you know.
Masochistic stuff.
Oh, he put some gold dust in my eyes.
I don't know if you're gonna go home and jerk off to this shit like, oh, he's hurting himself.
You faggot.
But seriously, how can we go without talking about drama starting?
Oh god, let's
We
no,
can
fuck
take
it.
out-
Let's
we
do
can
it.
take out the laugh. Drama. What's drama, huh?
We got
Drama.
7 minutes
What is
left. We can
drama?
talk about drama.
Tell me about
Now
drama.
look, before we start with the drama, I have met some really good people doing this shit.
Oh, here we go.
I've met people. I've actually gotten close with Marcel and Darrell. I've met. Let's see. We could say Tim. Who else have I met? I knew John beforehand. I met you through this.
I met some interesting people.
I had Ben. I met Ben through this. I met Zach. I met Jose. I really didn't get to know him too much.
Jose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've
I met a lot of people and made some good friends from it. I got closer with Marcel through it. I got closer with Darrell through it.
Me now.
Me now, of course. How could I go without
know
name
you
dropping
through
him?
this. I've
Yep.
known Brandon, Sam, and Josh from school when I went to middle school. When I went to Pensacola and but I've been running halls down there for a while, so I knew where the infamous glass incident took place. I've been down there. But I mean, I met a lot of good people here. John hated. Maybe I'm gonna call him these days.
Yeah,
He's gonna be going by that in CCW. God hope so.
Yep.
I
make
knew
it.
him. We actually work at the same lovely establishment. Target.
Tarjay, as they call him French.
Touche. I knew him from there. I met pretty much everybody else for the show, and it was been
Exactly.
fucking blast since then.
Well, I'm interested in people this coming year. And all the years I met you, don't know you. I met
many years.
the 3X Richie. You know, I
Yeah, I
didn't
met
really
him.
get to know him. I got more. I got to know John more, and then I got to know Ben more. But I really haven't. I really haven't talked about.
Yeah, you've been into it for about a year and a half. But
Well,
like,
DVW, pretty
yeah,
much,
like-
but I've been wrestling for PWA
Yeah.
for like 2 years.
when you're into it for as long as someone like I have, you meet a lot of good people.
Yeah.
And I do have to say, like honestly, I think the best thing that happened to me during this wrestling stuff was me having my kid and moving down to Texas for 3 years. Because when I first started getting pumped up and built up, you get head on that, you get an ego on that.
Yeah.
And I needed to check mine real quick. And some people let their egos get out of control.
Yeah.
Some people take them and control them. I grew up a lot. And I've said, you know,
No, excuse me. Actually, that's me. It was me.
and I came
That's
through.
it.
Yeah,
Huh?
That you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
I got through. I'm not gonna name drop anybody. Whoever's out there who knows they have a big ego, they know it. I don't need to tell them that. But I'm glad.
I'm working on it.
I'm glad that I ate some humble pies, the Patriots would say.
4 minutes left.
Let's shut the
And-
fuck up. I hope.
And when I came back, that's the one thing I regret mostly, is not taking part at the end of PWA. I would have loved to be a part of that. But I needed to grow up first.
Yeah.
And now I'm here in DVW, which the main thing is, you're in that ring, in order to put yourself over, you got to put your opponent over. You have to make them look good. And honestly, I don't know what anybody can say to me. I don't know if they can disagree with this. I would hope that every match that I was in this year looked good, because we both put each other over. That's what you need to do. And when you don't want to put yourself first, that's when you know that you're a good wrestler.
Yeah.
You don't always think about yourself. You think about the company. You think about the people that you're wrestling with.
Amen.
Well, I know I was going downhill real fast with a lot of personal shit I've been going through, and then when this basically started, it was basically like a blessing in disguise. It was like a reuniting with a bunch of old friends and stuff like that, meeting new people.
I made a drinking buddy out.
Oh, absolutely. It's basically a big fucking wake-up call as far as the direction of life I need to take, and I think a better person, because who would have thought backyard wrestling?
Exactly.
And
Ben said it best.
yeah,
Ben said it best. You said backyard wrestling is a bad thing. You come back here and do what the fuck we do.
amen to that. I mean, like I said, I can honestly sit here and say I'm at 20 years old. I'm at the point now where I'm taking a lot of big steps in my life right now. This is one of them. A lot of shit's taking a turn for the better, so I look forward for this to continue as long as it can.
Oh,
And,
definitely. I don't care what happens. I'm not done.
yeah,
I'm not done.
keep your friends a lot closer through the years, and that's what I intend to do with this. And it's been absolute blessed. I wouldn't change it for the goddamn world.
I went out of the PWA not under my terms, not under the way I wanted to do it.
Yep.
I'm going out the way I want to this time.
No.
I always said if I'm going out in life or anything, I'm going out on my terms, and I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for everybody else here. You know, if you're going out on your terms, nobody else's.
Yeah.
That's the way it has to be.
Any closing statements? Because we got like
That's it.
2 minutes of.
That's
Brandon,
what I
would
you're the
like
only
to
one
say-
that say shit all day, so say
This
something.
new season, you're gonna see whole new faces. You're gonna see at least roughly about 4 new faces, including all of us 3 here.
Right.
Ben, Hated John, the niggas, you know they are.
Den
Coming
Vegas.
back.
Yes.
And you're gonna see Richie 3X,
We're already talking about some new people coming.
Yep.
So.
Outstanding.
and I'm gonna look forward to fighting you, at least you next season.
Oh, absolutely. Same here.
And if
Me and him got some business we got to take care of too. Under that.
Who?
Me and Emperor over here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget
We gotta
Reaper.
finish that up.
Don't you dare forget about
We're
Reaper.
gonna laugh some fireworks. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that right now. You think this potential blockbuster between you and Inferno is gonna be bad? You have no
I
fucking.
mean,
idea.
nobody thought that the DVW coming back, like doing this. Oh, your backyard wrestling shit's gonna fail. You're not gonna be able to do anything.
We're back for another season, so
Look.
look at you now, motherfucker.
Look at how successful it was. Me and Al came back, and he said that he wanted to take part of it. Not because that he had to, because he wanted to. Marcel came back. His knee has been bothering him for a while, and he wrestled with us. So to everybody that hated against us, you know what? Just fuck off, because look where we are now.
I'd have to honestly say the highlight of the season for me, honestly, without a shout out, was facing Marcel because it was
Oh, yeah.
stepping to the guy that I've heard so much about, and you know, for the brief period of time that we had to go down there because we
60
had a stacked
seconds.
card that day, it was phenomenal getting in with him.
You haven't been talking
I know.
shit. Don't even talk about next. Talk about
You know
what
what?
you feel about this shit, man.
Closing argument. You got 60 seconds.
60 seconds, just say I hate you, and hate you. 60 seconds. So no.
Your dick.
My dick's too big for your face.
I said your dick. What does that have to
Yeah,
do with
I know.
this?
All right,
Anyway,
you know what?
anyway,
At this point, fuck all yous and have a nice day.
Yeah, there you go.
Where the fuck you going? You're staying in that seat. Oh, you gotta make your futon. I forgot.
I gotta
about
go
that.
make my futons, man. You guys gotta make some furniture somehow. You know what I'm
Alright,
saying? So I want to thank all the little people out there. You know, go suck a big one, go fuck yourselves. Have a nice day.
Like to say something else.
Say it
This
easy,
new season is the new age of the new blood backyard wrestlers.
Okay, new breed. Okay.
Your blood, whatever you want to say, man. You know what?
10 seconds, go.
I'm back. We're gonna do this.
Eat
It's
a
gonna be
dick.
done. What you've seen in the first DVW season is nothing compared to what we got coming up next.
Cut.